obviously, any serious disagreement between an American government and an Israeli government can create some discomfort for many, not all American Jews, but those for whom, who feel an attachment to Israel, who feel a concern for Israel. Obviously, to the extent to which the US and Israel are working together and their interests are aligned and they're getting along, that's a much more comfortable situation than one in which there are these public disagreements, especially right now. In the public debate over Iran, for instance, there are those who are saying, the Israel is going to push the United States into war with Iran. And now nobody in the Obama administration is saying this, although they have kind of suggested that those who are seeking sanctions, new sanctions in the Senate, which is pro-Israel groups, are warmongering. So, I mean, there's some pretty heated rhetoric, and that is an uncomfortable situation for many American Jews. Although, I think it's important to note that, at least according to opinion polls, the majority of American Jews support the Obama administration. Obviously, the vast majority voted for them, and support its diplomacy toward Iran and generally its Middle East policy. The real issue here is let's say, the pro-Israel lobby, specifically the center and right-wing groups within it, because there isn't a single lobby any longer. There's all sorts of different groups, and some groups on the left have been, backing the Obama administration and opposing the Netanyahu government on Iran. But AIPAC, in particular, has staked out quite a strong position and a critical position, obviously with the support of the Netanyahu government, in opposition to the Obama administration's policy, particularly recently pushing sanctions, a bill that would ratchet up sanctions on Iran at a time when obviously the focus is on trying to secure a diplomatic agreement. And so this is raising lots of questions. Not only, this confrontation between AIPAC and the Obama administration, which AIPAC has lost, I think, is clear that for all the power of the pro-Israel lobby, it has actually lost this battle. But also the gap between the groups like AIPAC and the American Jewish population, because as I said, AIPAC has been pushing for these sanctions, as have other mainstream American Jewish organizations that have also lobbied in support of these sanctions. There isn't a poll done on what American Jews think on this particular bill, but as I said, the American Jewish population as a whole does support and has supported the Obama administration's policy toward Iran. So there's also a gap between the majority of the American Jewish population at least, and the positions of some of these pro-Israel organizations. And that also creates tension.